Hey everyone, welcome back to Mouth in the Matter. If you haven't subscribed. I mean, come on. This is 2 videos in a row. Who is she? Like what? I just thought like, hey, Christmas time, spirit of giving. Plus I have like I finished all my essays, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, so if you don't get it this week, it's probably gonna come next week. I just want you to know that TT did the damn thing and she filmed 2 videos like in 2 consecutive days. Like even if you don't get it this week, like just know that this was literally the day after I filmed what was it? Matchmaker Hero. So yeah. Okay, so this today's own is going to be Crumbs by a creator who calls themselves Witherling. So if you're new here, subscribe and like. But also if you're new here, like the basic framework goes in like I talk about the plot, I talk about the characters, my likes and my dislikes, and I give it a rating. No, theory, then the rating, then final thoughts. I don't know, I always confuse those two. And yeah, on to the plot. So again, it's called Crumbs. It's basically about this girl called Ray. She frequents a bakery in this like little magical special town. She always has the same thing every time she goes to that bakery, and she goes to that bakery quite a few times. She gets like hot tea with a side of romance, like a little loaf of cake. She ends up dating like the baker's nephew, and the story follows them like as they're navigating their relationship, navigating their passion and their purposes in life and what they want to do. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. So the character is Ray, our main protagonist. She's great. She's really great, guys. Like she's so sweet, she's so caring, so kind, very very genuine. Like you just get a lot of like genuine vibes from her. She's so sweet. She's a hard worker. Yeah, and she's very accommodating, and she means well. And then we have Laurie, who's also really sweet. It's like the both of them together, like they're just cinnamon rolls. They're so sweet. He's really resilient. Like the amount of L's this guy takes, like I wouldn't be able to do it. I give up very easily, hands up, like I really do. So like the amount of L's this guy takes and he still keeps on going, like I mean, mad props to him. I just gotta give him that. Okay, so on to my like section. The first thing is that it kind of reminds me of my childhood. Like the drawing, the art is really good, but it reminds me of my childhood. It just has this really like bold, confident strokes. You know what I mean? Like it kind of, I don't know if you guys read the Gruffalo, but it reminds me of the Gruffalo. It's just really, really like just warm and it's great. It's great. The second thing is that yeah, like I said, it's really warm. Like it's just like immediately you get the vibe that, oh okay, this feels so cozy. Like let me just wrap myself up in a blanket. Let me get a mug of hot cocoa. It's just so like, oh, it's beautiful. It's really good. The next thing is that I love the premise of like the cake. So like the bakery, like I said, it's like a little magical like town and whatever. Like I like how number one, magic is incorporated into everyday life. I'll come to that later on. But like this bakery, like goddamn, I'm envious. I wish I was in that world. Like I want to try a melancholy pastry. I want to take some focused tea. Would have helped me with some of those essays. Like it been great. I wanna have some of that romance loaf of bread. Like it's really cool. It's really really fucking cool. I just like the thought of it. There was like peace tea as well to like calm down. It's really good. It's really good. Next thing, like the phones, like, so what happens with the phones and technology is that they kind of have like little, like, I don't know what to call them other than like ghosts. That's not the good thing to call them because it makes them sound like, I don't know, but it's like these little cute little like ghost thingies on the phones, and they're the ones that you tell to like sort of set up things or do things on your phone. Like hey, you can be like, hey Stella, that's the name of Ray's own little ghost. It's like, are they called Wobbles, or is Wobbles Ray's, the names of Ray's one, I mean Laurie's own? I'm not sure, but like you could be like, hey Stella, set a meeting for so and so forth, or hey Stella, call somebody somewhere, and it's just so cute. They're so cute. It got me thinking about my own technology and my own shit, like how they would probably like be like. I mean, my phone, My phone would probably be like Stella, like not too old, but like probably can't take any more memory, you know. And I was thinking about like my laptop, how I don't want to like change up, although I haven't seen that ghost thing in terms of a laptop kind of thing. I guess that won't be as practical to have. But I was thinking about like, oh, the fact that I don't like switching. I haven't switched up my laptop in Lord knows how many years, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to change what's going on, and I like the ease of it. So it's like, yeah, I just complacency, I guess. It's just, yeah. Next thing is, I like the idea of like a modern magic kind of thing. I like how it's incorporated. It's very seamless, very smooth. Like you're immediately immersed in this world. They're not really like teaching you this shit like, oh, so and so and so. It's like a fact. You know what I mean? You know, you get some stories where they try to like teach you what's going on, and it's like here they don't have to teach you because it's like you're already like a resident. It's already like a fact. Like you wouldn't be out here trying to tell someone, I don't know how to explain. You wouldn't be out here trying to explain to someone like how oh, iPhones are incorporated into this world, and how, oh yeah, you can do so and so forth. Like a normal reasonable person, you wouldn't be out here trying to explain, because it's just granted that they probably already know about it. You know what I mean? You'll be out here on, you get what I mean. So I like how that was done. Okay, so and the next thing, that someone said it in the comment section, and they were like, it makes you feel at peace. And I was like, this is so fucking true. Like it's just so wholesome. Like it's just really good. Like there was an episode where they had to go to like an open mic night, and Laurie was playing. I just loved the entire vibe of it. It was just so like, the atmosphere was great. It was just really, really good. Next thing is that I like the idea that Ray doesn't want to like abuse her power. So Ray's a seer, and she can sort of like see, although hers is kind of weird. In the beginning we found out that, oh okay, she can't really see what's going to happen. She can only see what's happening at the present. And then later on in the story, kind of happened that, oh, she has started to see visions of what might happen or what's going to happen. So yeah, that's what happened. And she doesn't like abusing her powers, so she tries to be careful not to like touch people, because she can like see visions of their own life. And she can sort of see what's going on, and she tries not to abuse it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see. I can imagine how hard it is to be intimate with people though, because a lot of relationships, and not even romantic relationships, kind of like have a basis on, or comprises of, just, physicality. You know what I mean? Just little things, like fist bumps, high fives, hugs. You're tickling someone, you're poking someone, you're teasing someone, maybe you're wrestling someone. You know what I mean? Like, so those kind of little physical things. But yeah, for the most part she wears gloves, so it's not really that deep. But yeah, the next thing is, oh okay, when Ray does well, I feel like I've done well. You know what I mean? I'm just like a little proud mom. Like, oh my god, it's such a cutie. Like, I'm here for her. She's never given me a reason not to like her. I like her so, so, so much. It's just, it's great. It's great. You know what I mean? The next thing, that their relationship is too cute. It's just so cute. I love it so much. Ray and Laurie, they're out here, they're doing the damn thing. They're just, trying to support each other. They're here for each other. It's great. It's great. Another thing which I forgot to write, but I like how we didn't get like a mean girl sort of catty thing going on between Laurie's, would I call her ex-girlfriend? Laurie's ex-girlfriend, who she has blonde hair. If you've read it, you probably know who I'm talking about. I can't remember her name for the life of me. But her and Ray, I like that there wasn't like any sort of like tension, more than the tension didn't the tension did not pass like the fact that, hey, yeah, you dated this guy and I'm possibly having a like to him. It wasn't anything like, no, you can't date this guy, no, I'm sorry. It was just like, yeah, they're cute, they're okay. She did a little palm reading for her. it was cute. It was like, yeah, and they parted ways. I won't say that they're friends or anything, but like it was what it needed to be, which is another thing that I have to touch on. Like, I feel like the relationships between people in this comic, in this webtoon, was just really, really good. I think it really reflected how relationships are in real life. So she sort of gets introduced to Laurie's group of friends, and I liked how they weren't all immediately friends, you know. Like, I liked how Ray wasn't immediately parties with all of them. Wasn't because, like, usually that's not how life goes, you know. And while it's cute to see like found family, you know, that usual trope you see in YA and everything, it's just a little bit like disheartening, you know, sometimes. For like, I mean, that wouldn't happen to me. That's all I can really say about it. Like, that would not be how it would be for me, you know what I mean? Like, oh, immediately you've met these people, like, you just hit on and everything. And it's not like they're trying to be mean or malicious or trying to purposefully exclude you or anything. It's just the fact that, hey, they've have a history with each other. This group of people have a history with each other. They're friends with each other. They know their ins and outs. They know their dynamics. So introducing someone new in is just, it's like I said, they're not trying to be malicious or mean or anything. It's just like, yeah, it's not going to be a seamless transition, which I liked. Like, we didn't get this whole like, yeah, they all of them are together. They kind of went their separate ways. And while they were all there in that spot, like, maybe they'd have group hugs together, and Ray would be there, but she wouldn't be participating in the group hug or anything. Like, maybe she was invited to things, but maybe she wouldn't be in on the little stories that was going on. I was like, yeah, that's what happens, you know. So I was like, yeah, I respected that. I really did. I respected that. So onto my dislike section. Is the first one that I won't even say it's a dislike from like the creator or anything, or of the webtoon. It's just of the characters in the webtoon, which I guess it's supposed to be purposeful. But I got really bad vibes from the counselor of Ray's branch. From, like, I would say he's like the head counselor. I got just some really bad sketchy vibes, you know what I mean? And like I said, that's not something I can really critique from the author's work, like something that I would say, yeah, this is a flaw in your work, because like it could very well be intentional. Like, I don't have a problem with sketchy characters on the premise, like, it's fine, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just got some really like bad vibes. So yeah, the next thing is that it got a tiny bit info dumpy just sometimes, but it was like it wasn't a lot. It just really wasn't, just a tiny bit. Like, maybe they'll draw these two beautiful like drawings of like eyes when they're explaining what seers are and what seers, am I pronouncing seers, what seers are and what seers do. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much, but just, and it was cute how they did it, you know. So yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it all. I only had like 2 dislikes, so that's an indication of how it is. So on to my theories. Okay, so the first one, I really do think their relationship, Ray and Laurie's relationship, is about to get a little bit rocky. Like, I feel like her finally finding out that, oh, okay, she's sort of seeing visions. I feel like her finding out and her quitting. Did she quit? I think she quit, or she was let go. Her quitting like the branch of like, you know, that whole thing, and sort of trying to see what she might like, and him to like, Laurie's also trying to like, also just trying to get a foothold in his whole music career. I feel like it's gonna take up some time. It's not gonna be anything like mean or vengeful between them or anything, you know. It's just going to be them trying to navigate their own personal shit and their own personal troubles and their own personal trauma, if they have any. I'm really like really holding out for for Ray's mom. I don't know, did they say anything about Ray's mom being dead or anything? I don't think so. So I'm hoping she has an appearance if she's not. And yeah, I just feel like they're just going to be figuring out their kinks, and that's just going to end up in some wahala, you know what I mean? Just because, like, I feel like Ray, either she ends up really killing it at what she's doing, this new thing at what she's doing, and she's really killing it, and they will probably make Laurie feel some type of way, because Laurie's the kind of guy who, like I said, he's really resilient, so he's just keeping at it. So maybe there might be some kind of friction, like, wow, you just started this thing and you're doing it so easily and you're killing it, while I've been doing this thing for this amount of time and it's not panning out. Either that happened, or maybe it's a switch and it's like, yeah, Laurie's finally gotten a foothold into what he's doing. Meanwhile, Ray's like finding difficulty because she's sort of, you know, had it somewhat relatively easy. Not to say she hasn't worked hard for what she's had, but in the little like scenes that we had of her working in the council or whatever, like it seemed okay, you know what I mean? She's very good at what she does. Not to say that she doesn't work hard or anything, but she's good at what she does and actualizing her own and utilizing her powers to what she wants to do. Okay, so that's the first theory. Second thing is that maybe she'll use her powers badly over someone she loves and she knows she's not supposed to, and she does it and she feels really bad, and I feel like, yeah, that'll just cause a lot of tension, and I'm here for it. I'm low-key really here for it, so I really want to see what goes on. And last theory, I feel like she'll have a vision of Laurie's parents, because she's about to teach him how to fly a broomstick. Yes, they fly broomsticks in this world. Yeah, get into it. They fly broomsticks in this world, and I feel like we learned that Laurie's parents died in a broomstick accident, and that's why like he's always been hesitant for learning how to like get his own broomstick license, because yeah, he just yeah, he doesn't want to have to go through all of that, and it just reminds him of that. So I feel like in teaching him, she's going to like see a vision of his parents being still alive, because they never found the parents' bodies. They found their equipment. I think his parents were musicians. Yeah, okay. Oh, so there's the whole music field. I don't know why I never got that. I never saw that connection. His parents were musicians as well. I'll go into that, but I never connected that. I'll go into my final thoughts later. But yeah, but I feel like she would have to keep it a secret, just because we've seen her be able to see a possible way for the way the future might go on to, and then for some reason when she not that she intervenes, but when she steps into it, the future changes. So I don't know, I feel like she'll have to hold on to the secret, and it'll be tearing her up inside, and she wouldn't know what to do. But yeah, there's that, because she doesn't want to give false hope at the same time. Like, she doesn't want to like maybe hold on to something that could help a lot of people in this situation. I mean, her boyfriend's parents. So yeah. Okay, so on to my rating. I'm gonna give this like a cute ass 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, yeah, it was just, I mean, you know, my dislikes were only like 2, guys. I don't know what to say. Like, this is my final thoughts now. Like, I can't really complain. Like, I can't complain a lot, you know what I mean? I won't say it was completely perfect, but like, I've never encountered a webtoon or a comic that has like come so close to what my definition of perfect would be. And perfect is so, what's the word? It's so objective, you know what I mean? Or subjective. I mean, you can have a different like opinion as to what perfect could be like, you know what I mean? But I haven't read something that was just so warm and so blissful and just full of that nice, like that wistfulness. It came through. We loved it. We loved to see it. It was great. I loved it, you know. And what really happened, how I found out about this series, or how I read it, it was the season finale was being advertised. So now if you go and click on that webtoon, it will show, oh, season 2 is coming soon. And I had subscribed to it before, funny enough, but I had never read it. So because it was being advertised that, yeah, this is the season finale, I was like, okay, let me pick this up. 28 chapters, let me do it. And I did, and I read it all in one sitting. Like, it was great. It was. I think I was lying on my bed. I was all cozy. It was cute. It was really nice. I read it all in one sitting. So yeah, it was just really, really like mad beautiful. It was great. And yeah, it was just so simple and like uncomplicated, but I think a lot of effort goes into making something so simple and so uncomplicated, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much in leaving out like the things and letting there be like some nuance to things, you know what I mean? There's just the way that you be drawing something and you're not telling me that thing. It was fantastic. I think it was really great. Like I said with the thing, I never made the connection that hey, his parents were musicians. Maybe that's why he's really clamoring to be a musician as well. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong and I'm not misspeaking. But like yeah, they were talking about equipment and how they had a gig, I think. I really hope I'm not wrong. Otherwise, like all I'm saying right now is bullshit. But if I am right, then I'm like, yeah, I never made that connection. The characters never explicitly told me like, oh wow, he really wants to be a musician because his parents were musicians, you know. I only got to the little explicit like, hey, yeah, he doesn't want to get his license because his parents died on a broomstick. You know, I never really made that connection of him wanting to be a musician and his parents being musicians. So that was a really cute revelation I just got. So yeah, 8.59 out of 10 was really good. Would completely recommend it. I am patiently waiting season 2. It was good. So yeah, that's kind of the end of this webtoon watch. I'm not sure when I'll release this one, either this week or the next. Like I said, I'm trying to like build up like a whole ass reservoir so I don't have to do as much during the break because I don't think I'll have time to, and I'll be with my family. So yeah, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like and comment anything you want to comment. Like if you completely hated this, tell me like, yeah, Titi, you're wrong, I don't know what your taste level is, but it's not it. Or tell me like, yeah, Titi completely validated what I've been saying this entire time and what I've been thinking. Like, you're great, cool, you know. So yeah, anyway, bye. This is Muffin Mata, Titi signing off. Bye.